leave until tomorrow what you can do today. Like George Washington, Benjamin Franklin was one of the founding fathers of our country. He was never a president, but he was a very wise man with wonderful ideas. You will remember that Franklin was a part of the Continental Congress, a signer of the Declaration of Independence, and a representative of our country in both Great Britain and France. He was all over the place. Long before his days in government, Benjamin Franklin was a successful businessman in Philadelphia. He had always been a good reader and writer, and as a boy he had been an apprentice in his brother's printing shop in Boston. So when he moved to Philadelphia, Franklin set up his own printing shop and started his own newspaper, eventually becoming the busiest printer in the American colonies. For more than 25 years, Benjamin Franklin published a series of books called Poor Richard's Almanac. His almanac was often the only book that people bought. It contained lots of practical information that they wanted to know. For example, the almanac had a calendar with times of the sunrise and sunset. Today, we listen to weather forecasts on the radio or television, but back then, people looked in their almanacs to find out what the weather would be like. The almanac had stories and poems as well as puzzles, jokes, and lots of advice. Franklin included many wise sayings, many of which we still use today. Have you ever heard someone say, "Never leave until tomorrow what you can do today"? What do you think that means? Franklin must have lived by his own words because he got so much done. He was never still for a minute. His brain was working constantly, spilling over with questions and ideas. Benjamin Franklin had a keen interest in science and the way things work. As a young boy in Boston, Benjamin spent much of his time swimming in the harbor. He was pretty good, but he wanted to be even better and faster. One day he thought of a way that he could be a faster swimmer. He found some wood and carved some wooden paddles to fit over his hands and feet, kind of like the flippers that divers use today. When he swam with those, he was much faster, probably faster than all the other children his age. As Benjamin Franklin grew older, he continued to invent new things. Anytime he saw a problem, he tried to invent a way to fix it. He had 2 pairs of glasses, one for reading and one to help him see things far away. He didn't like having to switch glasses all day long, so he asked a glass cutter to slice all of his lenses in half. He made one new pair of glasses with the distance lenses on top and the close-up lenses on the bottom. Franklin had just invented bifocal glasses, still worn by many people today. While sitting by the fire one night, Benjamin Franklin watched warm air disappearing up the chimney and wondered how he could trap more warm air inside the house. He made a wood-burning stove out of iron. It put out twice as much heat as a regular fireplace and burned less wood. This stove was named the Franklin stove, after its inventor. Lightning was another thing that fascinated Benjamin Franklin. He had watched houses and barns burn to the ground when struck by lightning. Could it be, he wondered, that lightning was electricity? He was going to find out. A legend about Franklin's experiment with a kite during a lightning storm goes like this. One day, Franklin took his son William out in the middle of a thunderstorm with lightning raging all around them. He tied a little metal key near the end of the string of a kite. Franklin was pretty sure that if lightning was electricity, flying the kite in the thunderstorm would cause the key to become charged with electricity. He kept touching the key as the kite flew above their heads. As fibers on the kite string stood on end, Franklin felt a little shock. He was right. Lightning was electricity. Franklin used his discovery to invent the lightning rod, a pole that helps carry electricity away from buildings and into the ground. His invention is used today to prevent fires caused by lightning strikes. Benjamin Franklin's list of inventions goes on and on. The next time you rock back and forth in a rocking chair, thank Franklin for helping you to relax. This clever man invented the rocking chair. In 1790, just 3 years after Benjamin Franklin helped to write the Constitution for our country, he died peacefully in his sleep at the age of 84. 20,000 people attended his funeral, at the time the biggest funeral ever held in Philadelphia. Bells rang and flags flew at half-mast as signs of respect for one of America's greatest heroes.